Well, Andrew, thank you so much for sitting down with me. I was about to say, I'm Khaled Morad, and this is KCL Funding. No. Can you, we're just gonna have a little conversation, man. I've known you for a little while, and known you pretty well, I feel like, but would love to kind of record some stuff and share some of your background and your knowledge in real estate and beyond.
Yep.
And just have a little conversation. So,
Thanks for having me.
my pleasure. My pleasure.
3 or 4 years since I've been on a podcast, and the last one was an episode I probably recorded by myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, used to have a podcast called Andrew Hill's Journey to Financial Freedom. Kind of had writer block when it came to the name of it. Just kind of kept it very generic. But I had read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and that kind of just opened my mind up to starting with something and seeing where the road would lead. And I would say it definitely led me to real estate pretty quickly after. I had some cool guests on, people that are big on Instagram or were touring with artists and stuff like that. So that kind of opened my eyes up. Definitely was into real estate, was into the Bigger Pockets podcasts at the time. So I tried to have on.
Now.
Yeah. I tried to invite on guests that I trusted in the Tampa Bay area. Got to know them. And I know we met pre-real estate for myself. I was working at Power Design. So that's how I got my first job down in Tampa. I was like 2019.
My neighbor actually works there.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I mean, you see the trucks everywhere. You see their branding all across Tampa and St. Pete. They're building, probably a couple buildings in St. Pete I know right now. So yeah, that was my background, was construction management, but kind of always wanting more and a sales role and being able to help clients one-on-one. And I would say real estate is probably more fun, but definitely not what I expected.
Oh yeah.
Especially when it comes to like getting yourself out there, doing podcasts or grabbing content. It's like, it's a grind, and I'm sure you know it too.
It's not a grind. It's easy. So did you get financial freedom? Because you said journey to financial freedom.
We're having fun, me and my wife. We're dual income, no kids right now. Both still working. I think we just want to prepare ourselves financially for kids, and I think we're on that path. She's a tough.
dink?
Yeah, we're dinking it up. And then we dink and donk it on the weekends.
So when
that's a pad.
So I know what that is. So you've it's so funny because I was just talking to somebody else who is about a little bit older than me, good friends back in Buffalo. Shout out to Victor. And I gotta show you his gym. He holds like a bench pressing record. The guy's an animal. You'd appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
And we were talking about like when you have kids, and dude, I can't remember not having kids, and they're not that old, but I look back and I forget almost what it was like. And I also think to myself, wow, I could have done a lot more, because kids take up more.
Pre-kids?
Yeah, pre-kids. Because kids take up a lot of your time, but if you're a good parent, you want them to, but you just kind of, before you're a parent, you don't realize how much
this is what I need to hear.
They take up. Because now there's a lot of parents, I feel like today parents don't want to parent, so there's a lot who are like, here's your iPad, you go sit over there, and then you go do your own thing. I don't do that at all. I spend time with my kids. But it's funny because parents understand the 8 o'clock thing or whatever, when you hit bedtime, now you have like finally your me time. Because you work, you come home, or for me, you step out of the office, and then it's family time. Then they go to bed. Then you have the sliver of window to do something you want to do. Maybe your little bit of hobby.
Are you looking forward to it all day?
Yes
and no.
You have
it planned?
I'm looking forward to stepping away from my desk. And I actually really like my kids and spending time with my kids. So I look forward to that every day. And the little bit of time afterwards, by then I'm exhausted, and I just usually veg out when I should be doing stuff. And then I end up doing the stuff, and then I end up building a computer at like midnight, which is what I'm in the middle of doing right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like a hardware computer or software, like coding?
No, computer. Hardware, like, so years ago I built my computer, probably like 2018 or 17, built it all up. And just recently we had one of those big storms, and my house or the neighbor's house, somebody got hit. and it shorted my motherboard, my CPU, and my power supply. So I bought those, rebuilding it, and building a computer is something you just go like keyboards. I don't know if you went into the keyboard world, but oh my goodness, it's a world in its own. You can make so much stuff now. So it's like I had to pump the brakes on it and be like, I'm just gonna spend this much, just gonna build this thing. So in the middle of that, but I love doing projects like that.
Yeah.
But you're talking about like power design and then real estate and stuff. What are you, like 15? I think you're one of the few people who looks younger than me. I get that a lot. So will you tell us how old you are?
29.
Yeah.
I say I'm 30.
You're 30.
Pushing 30. Yeah.
Do you still get carded?
No.
Okay.
I just show them the top of my head.
Oh.
I won't show the camera, but I'm like, you think I'm under 21? Come on.
I got carded at a hotel bar like a month ago, and I'm not gonna lie, my immediate reaction, I was so excited. I was like, yes! I was like, I have 2 kids, and I've been married for 13 years. Which, I don't know, you can't be married for 13 years when you're 21, but you could have 2 kids by 21.
You could.
I had students who had 2 kids by 21, so.
I believe it.
Yeah. So you worked power design, then you got into real estate. You dink and donk. We're doing pickleball.
We're dinking.
Where's your favorite pickleball court?
Just the West Chase
I
one.
knew you were going to say that. So tell me about West Chase.
West Chase is fun. I know a good agent up there. If you need someone.
Is it Amanda Sifter?
No, it's me. I'm taking her down. That's the goal for 2027.
If you take Amanda down, you're top 1% or you are the top, I think, in West Chase. But
yeah.
You can do it. Amanda, I still believe in you. But you can do it. But I do like, you live really close to me in West Chase. But let me ask you, because I hear people tell me like West Chase is boring. But I'm like, West Chase is amazing for having a family. Yeah. I live basically in like a golf course. What do you think? Where is like your ideal place to live if you're dinking? And if you're going to raise a family? I don't know what the acronym for that is.
There's a lot of good options. They have the new townhomes going up in the back of West Park Village. And I think just West Park Village in general is probably the place to be. You have, almost like nightlife, which to me, that fits a 29,
World of beer. Man.
Yeah. You get World of Beer, you get your selection of beer. They try to do
the Irish
something weird
bar over there.
The blend. Shindig is like what the new name of it is, and
yeah,
that's a good place to watch a game. And it's comfortable, and you can walk there from a majority of that inner West Chase. I'm sure you could walk there from the greens if you want,
and if you're into golf, you have like 2 golf courses right there, right?
Yeah. I was talking to Erica, and I kind of wish West Chase was even a little more exclusive. The exclusivity it has right now is the barrier to entry on buying a house. I think it's just pretty expensive to buy, especially if you are trying to hit all your needs at once.
Yeah.
But if it did have a private club, then it would be everyone mingling in the same place, like everyone around the country club, or everyone's around the golf course, and that's where the bars are. Or that's where the pool is, but it's kind of a little spread out, which is good in its own way too, and it has all that to offer, which I feel like a lot of communities do not have, and it's obviously just
my wife says that too.
Safe.
It's a little bit more spread out.
Yeah.
There's no like one main spot, even though you have the West Park Village, but
that's
I wish there was
kids.
Almost like
it's like a park.
More there.
Yeah.
Like, well, you got that strip, and there's very few things there.
What I said it's missing is like a Lifetime Fitness or like a big gym that like people can go to mingle at, and has a pool, and like people would just go there and hang out, and you'd run into the regulars a little more, because everything it does have that's commercial is pretty small, like limited to 50 to 100 people. I'd say.
Yes, it is. Maybe they will, after they build those townhomes or condos, whatever they are. What are they, townhomes or condos?
Yeah, townhomes.
After they build those, maybe they'll put something under the power lines.
Yeah.
We'll get energized.
I'm surprised they ended up building there. I need to still check them out.
It's like
they keep putting new ones up on the market, and I think they're selling them.
They're selling them fast, so I didn't even realize that they were
That's
there.
That's why the prices are going up.
But the thing is, the prices of the homes there before, like the single family homes and the rent, and I feel like it's just such a strong incentive. They're just, all these people are moving from the rent right into the thing. Yeah. So it's a pretty good spot. I like West Chase a lot. So tell me, you're kind of young. How long have you been a real estate agent for?
3 years. And I would say 2 years as a disposition and off-market specialist as well.
So that is interesting because we don't know what that means.
Oh, let me
You know
dive
who loves
into
to
it.
say disposition? Wholesalers, investors, maybe the wholesalers like dispo. Yo, got into dispo? I'm looking for a dispo agent. You got dispo? Oh, it's in dispo. What is this?
Yeah. It is not acquisitions. It is the latter half. And
Hold on, pump your brakes.
what's acquisitions?
Explain this without saying acquisitions.
I was getting into it.
Sure you are, because acquisitions is the second one they love to say.
Yeah. So getting something under contract and then finding that end buyer off market through, past clients that you know are buying. I'd say I get 10 calls a week from people, and it's the same 10 every week, and I appreciate it. And they're on our VIP list, and we do extra for them. We do share those deals when we get them exclusively to them, but it is finding that end buyer that's looking for a crappy house in Meadowlawn, St. Pete, in
That's
Jungle
the dispo
Terrace.
side.
Yeah.
That's the disposition. And acquisitions is buying it, right?
Yeah, getting it under
Wholesaler
contract.
or from directly from the seller.
Yeah.
So we got to back up one more step.
Let's do it. Yeah, we might
So-
have jumped fast.
You went right into what you do that's different than some of my other guests
Yeah.
who are real estate agents where, I was going to use a terrible example, but say, you have a client like, I want to sell my house. Okay, so now I'm going to list your house on the market. I'm going to find
And that is
a
what I
buyer.
did exclusively for a year
Yes.
at a brokerage where there was 3 agents.
Mm-hmm.
And, a lot of people wouldn't have done that because I wouldn't say we have the training
Yeah.
for it. Like, hey, go through these PowerPoints or go to this big, I don't know if Keller Williams or whoever hosts big events.
They do.
But that's what I figured. I don't know. I've never been at a big brokerage. The Compasses, they have all these events and, you can kind of collaborate as a team with open houses. Hey, the top shot agent, got this $1 million property listed. Hey, I'm going to do the open house for him. So I had to kind of figure that out on my own. But I did have a great mentor and broker in Bennett Andrews. So I got to see, I would say I did more investment deals in my first year, on market type stuff with people looking for a duplex as a rental or, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, then they said they were looking for a dispo agent. I'm like, I'd like to dabble in that, see what you guys are doing.
Who is the they?
Yeah, that would be Bennett and John. We
What's
operate
the company name?
Banyan Residential Group, and I was going to say they operate under the Best Cash Home Buyer. So the acquisitions is super important. You got to gain the trust of sellers that you've done some sort of cold outreach to.
Why would a seller? So you're not okay. So who is your client? You.
Mine
Yeah.
are the thousands of investors in the Tampa Bay. And
So you're
I need
gonna
to nurture the relationship with them so they can trust me to buy from us. And I'm also giving them prices that they're not going to see on the market.
Are you wholesaling?
Yes, I am wholesaling.
Okay. So when you acquire the home, it's not like you're buying a home that is usually not in decent condition,
Yeah.
right? So you're buying it at a price that's low enough that you can sell it to someone else who is going to then put in the effort, in the work, and make it nice and put it back on the market as a finished product.
Correct.
So you are wholesaling, but you
I am.
also operate as a buying agent, right?
Yes.
And listing agent.
Yep.
And whose homes you sell normally?
Friends and family, referrals.
All right. Do you sell any for any development companies or people connected to Banyan?
Yes. We did do a partnership, and we are in a partnership with Davis Development. And yeah, we have a lot of upcoming projects that we own the lots on, and they do the building, and then we do a profit share with them at the end of the day. And I get a list, I think about a third of those projects. They have other investors that they partner with, and then they have some in-house ones that they, give to the right agent. A lot of times, I have been noticing a couple of their projects, it's whoever brought them the land in the first place is getting the listing on the back end.
I see. I've visited some of those. I want to ask you about, you said John and Bennett a few times, right? Which I know both of them,
Yep.
not as well as you do, but I know both of them. So the real question I have is, how many scoops of creatine do you think John has in a day?
Not as much as me. I've been ODing on creatine. I heard it improves your sleep if you make it to 20 milligrams, which is 4 scoops.
I got headaches from creatine. I stopped. That was many years ago, though.
I don't know if he's on creatine. That's
when I was doing my bodybuilding competitions, I did like the most of a supplement I ever had. It was just like whey protein. Like that was it.
It's not a sup. That's just life.
That was called a supplement back before everybody was shooting peptides in their face.
Yeah.
Or wherever you shoot them, because I know 1% of what a peptide is. I think it's BCAAs, and I don't know anything beyond that. All of a sudden, I'm going to hear about these peptides, all this stuff, and I was like, I don't know what that is. And it's hilarious. But I don't know what they
Yeah.
I still got to do some research. But yeah, man,
every time we go out,
I was chicken and rice and broccoli.
Yeah. Well, but everyone asks me if I'm on peptides. I'm like, no. And they're like, I've started dabbling in it. I'm like, you're on it? So it's just funny how many people are actually on them.
So do you know what it is?
No.
I've heard that they're like BCAA direct shots. So I'm going to go home. Everyone's like, this guy's an idiot. Well, my trophies don't say I'm an idiot. But anyways, I'm going to go home and look it up. I need to learn for sure because they're running amok. But yeah, I asked that because both you're the two owners of Banyan, right, are both two very in shape guys, which I think is admirable. And I think it goes to show more of your character because you're taking care of your temple, right? Your body, not just like the rest of your life. And that's like the first thing you can look at and see from somebody that they are kind of like responsible in a way, right? But
I think the whole Banyan team prides themselves in being well-rounded.
Yes, I agree. And I don't know them as well as you do.
Yeah.
So tell me about the Banyan team. Tell me about this culture and what drew you to it.
I think I got lucky. Like, really. I did a couple interviews, I think as a dispo agent. I don't think it was the big ones.
Did you see an ad? Or how did you?
Yeah, LinkedIn. I was just...
Oh, really?
While I was at Power Design, looking at a few real estate things, ideally looking to just not straight start no commission. But I ended up doing that because I kind of just saw what Bennett and them were doing and believed in that vision, and had some really good meetings with them. And at the time, one of their other head agents. What was the question?
What drew you to their culture? What drew you to them, and what do you appreciate about the culture they've built in Banyan? Or tell me a little more about it.
Yeah, we do have 4 core values. I wish I wrote them down, but solution seeking is definitely a big one. We're a small team. I think there's like 8 of us, and I'd say it's once or twice a day, everyone's stepping outside of their comfort zone and solving a problem that is not in their role of responsibilities. So that's a big one. Stepping up. I know, when I was a timid agent in my first year, I would go to Bennett for everything. I'm like, this is going weird on the contract. Like, how do I solve this? And now it's like, I just know how to operate because I had to figure it out on my own with Bennett, I guess, in my first year. So solution seeking, trying to not make problems, hit anybody else on the team. And then we do still want to be collaborative. So, if shared responsibility is needed, I've seen it work in negotiations tens of times where Bennett and John, one plays good guy, one plays bad guy. Good cop, really? Bad cop, and it works every time they go.
Now I know.
Like John's on the seller side that we got under contract, and they go talk to the guy in the deal or no deal, where it's just the guy up there that's black and you can't really see him, and he goes, nope, can't make that work, need to reduce it by $20K. And we're helping them out of situations, and we have hundreds of 5-star reviews, so we're definitely.
Where would I find your reviews under Banyan or
that one's under the Best Cash Home Buyer?
Best Cash Home Buyer, and then Banyan operates as what? The brokerage to sell?
Yep.
Okay.
So we definitely try to get our reviews there.
So I hear a lot of intention and having met them and sat down with them, I do know that's true.
Yeah.
A lot of intention.
Growth is a big one. And they just think about muscles, but like I think you gotta grow here.
Is hypertrophy one of the core values?
Yeah. That's funny. Clip that. The fourth one I'm forgetting is hypertrophy.
That one's gonna be mine. Which every time like feeling good today, which I'm slowly getting back to it. But I'm like, I'm feeling good today, and I just see John's reel, and I'm like, what is this? His arm is my neck, or or my leg. But okay, so you you fell into it kind of lucky. But what would you tell some? So you're doing very well. I think you're doing well. I don't know. So you're doing well, and for being only in this doing like 3 years, what do you think the next 5 years looks like?
Yeah, I think I just spoke with Bennett today. We do want to grow the team. I think we have the leadership in place. You know, we can speak highly of those two all day, but we want to do more. We want to do 2 wholesales a week instead of 1, where our goal's, you know, around 52 wholesale deals a year. Like we can do more, and it takes infrastructure and the right people, which I think we've been blessed with finding the right people sometimes, but you know, sometimes we'll get someone that's remote and half bought in, and we sniff it out in 2 months. So,
do you do a disc test when you recruit?
We do some kind of personality test. I'm not sure how heavy we look into it, but
so can I tell you something about the disc test? So I'm part of a coaching community, and they help coach on like how to hire. Right. Mm-hmm. And I hired a bunch of loan officer assistants and let go of a bunch, or had them fizzle,
based on their personality.
Or had them fizzle out. Most of them just like fizzled out or went away. And I learned a few things. One, you really got to pay. But 2, is the DISC test is really important. Or like analyzing personality, because you have to understand what motivates people, and not just, a lot of people think, okay, disc test is just like, how do you work with me best? How do I communicate with you best? But it's more than that. So it's also about like reading into what is motivation, what does success look like for that person. And I think that's huge. And I watched a video where our coach and another coach interviewed this guy, and then first read his disc test in detail and analyze it to heck, like just every single thing, be like, well, he looks like he would be motivated by this, whatever. And I was like, I can't believe the detail they go into, but it's so good, because as soon as you like listen to the actual candidate, you're like, now I see it all. But the guy who was going to hire him was an LO, top producing LO, but he was going to hire him. And after the coaches sat down and be like, listen to his answers and listen to this. And you're like, wow, you're right. He has like zero motivation to, like, you need somebody who is not necessarily a self-starter, but you need somebody who's more dedicated. Because it's like he didn't have that vision to go beyond like 1 or 2 years. And I definitely interviewed people. When I looked at this and I kind of analyzed it, I saw the same thing where like, this person's not going to be with me in a year. They're going to want to be a loan officer.
Yeah.
And so I think it's super important.
No, it is. I think finding motivation early on, especially in negotiations, like if it is buyer agent versus listing agent, it's just figuring out. Trying to be like buddy. If I'm the listing agent and they're the buyer agent, like, oh, what's their motivation? Maybe you somehow catch a glimpse of, oh, they need to find a place in the next month. Like then you can play a little more hardball, or, you know, oh, this is their first weekend, the house fits, but maybe you don't push back as hard on that. But yeah, I always just try to hold like a 10-minute combo, like just string it out, be like, oh, what are you doing tonight? Like just like ask them like silly questions, but you get more info. All right.
Khakis. So in my coaching thing, guy taught this really great, like how to build rapport, and it was really important. The key takeaway was you don't change the conversation to business until they do. Yeah. And he was talking about like extremes. He's like, I'll talk to a person for like an hour before they bring it to, and he's talking about like taking an application. Yeah. And he's like, I'll talk to them for like an hour until they bring it back. And he's like, and you just built a ton of rapport there. Mm-hmm. I take it with a grain of salt, but I want to ask you, are you a good negotiator?
I'm good at rapport.
Good
so that
rapport.
would make me think I'm a good negotiator.
Okay. Have you read Never Split the Difference?
Yeah. So I was going to say, part of our growth mindset, we read a book. We basically do a book club as a team.
I love that. That was going to be the next question.
We did that.
What is the last sales book you read, and when did you read it?
It's called Crucial Conversations, and I'm in the middle of listening right now, which I do not like. This one's hard to listen to. I prefer reading, but I also...
Does the author read it?
Yeah. Well, it switches off authors, too. There's like two. I feel like I'm like...
I don't like when the author reads unless the author is really good at reading.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the author
two
reads
authors.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Sirhan, when he reads his book, fantastic.
I don't know who that is.
You know who Sirhan is? Like Ryan Sirhan?
Oh, yeah, the agent.
Well, yeah, agent. Now he's like a media conglomerate. Yeah. But yeah, he reads his book, Sell Like Sirhan, and his personality comes through, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's because he is a low-key hilarious guy.
Yeah. Let me build on my rapport. So
building your rapport.
Yeah. So we obviously move properties to flippers or people that are going to hold on to them, but we get eyes on a lot of lots or teardowns as well, because that's what we're looking for to build with Davis. And then we always try to build into contracts the ability to assign. So I'd say we moved 5-6 land deals this year, and I'm trying to move one right now, and then we have one that's on a double lot. So we could split it and look at that option. But yeah, we're building good relationships with all the biggest builders. Like we know Canopy. I know Alex. He's actually, Alex Plotkin's trying to potentially has a client for us on our Davis builds. And then Domain Homes, who does a lot in St. Pete. And then newer to St. Pete is D.R. Horton. But it's like, we're going to grab lunch with D.R. Horton by the end of this week or next week. We got to put it on the calendar.
So D.R. Horton is starting to buy the one-offs and not just the whole development.
Yeah.
Ooh, interesting.
But we're grabbing lunch with them to build that rapport, so we have a little more trust when we're doing a transaction and to make sure that their needs are met.
So if you were to take me to lunch and I'm the D.R. Horton rep, where are you going to take me?
Nowhere special. I don't know. Coffee. You can just grab a coffee in the morning.
Okay. That's not lunch.
Yeah,
you said
I know.
Lunch.
Well, it could be either or. It could be a midday coffee. One
Is
that
it the
keeps you up all
Grind?
night.
Are you going to Grind?
No, we'll go somewhere in downtown St. Pete.
I think we went to the Grind and you just shot that down like it was horrible. We went to the Grind.
Did we?
Yes, we did.
Dang.
Probably like 2 years ago. Now I know. Taking you Shindig next time.
There you go.
A world of beer.
Give me a Guinness.
We I need 6 beers and then we'll make a deal. So you don't schmooze them at lunch or dinner?
No, it's not. It's just getting face to face, understanding exactly what their role is, because some of these are bigger companies. Like, hey, what do you do? Are you like the first eyes on it? Are you the one signing off?
That's important.
Who is the one signing off? What do they like?
That's it. Never split the difference.
Yeah.
You gotta learn who decision maker is.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the person you're talking to, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
But it does help if they have good things to say about me in front of that person.
Yeah. I mean, I think that sometimes if you're attacking like a whole like team or company or so, if you can, whatever you can sink your claws into, that's a terrible metaphor, but you know, if you can meet one person, then you meet the other, and you meet the other. One thing I love to do with deals that I close is try to figure out where it started. So I meet a lot of people open houses, and sometimes it'll be like a deal a year later, and I'll be like, oh, I got this because of this event, because of this, and I met this person at an open house. And you're like 4 deep.
Wow.
Met you at church.
Yeah.
That was it.
We've done quite a few transactions.
Yeah.
I send you as my top 2 lenders.
Oh.
Is that a diss? Or do you appreciate that?
I don't appreciate that.
It's tough, man. It's tough in these streets.
It is not tough in these streets. Do you want the deal to close? You know how many rescue deals I've been doing?
You're my rescuer.
Year? Don't put me as your rescuer. Put me as your top choice. So that you don't have to worry about it later on.
I'm using you for a rescuer where I'm the listing agent. Now I'm playing buyer agent for the other buyer. That's better.
That's what I want to hear.
I want you to save it that way.
I have been just on a tear with rescue deals, and it's funny sometimes, man. We'll rescue something so we had one.
What's your timeline on a rescue? 2 weeks?
Depends on the loan style. But usually I try to put it 2 weeks.
Conventional.
Yeah, if it's like conventional, we could usually do in 2 weeks. It depends on the rescue. So like I rescued one where they got all the way to closing. The lender, I don't know how you get to the closing table and be like, the lender's like, can't do it. But they had everything done, appraisal, etc. So then we turned that around right away.
Nice.
But if I'm rescuing it because the loan officer forgot to actually submit the loan, like 2 weeks later, so they didn't do step one, well, then I'm starting at step one. But we still turn stuff around super fast, which is not necessarily, it's awesome and I love bragging about it. But the reason it's impressive and I love bragging about it is that means we set it up right from the beginning, and that's why we can turn around fast. But that's not, it's better to do it right than fast.
Yeah.
Or both at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, you send them to me first.
I try.
If I can't help them, or like, hey, like I hate this person so much, I saw their face, I hate them. Then, just kidding. Then I'll say, hey, I think you should talk to the next one on the list. That's how it goes.
Okay.
Get out of here. What do
you think we're going to do business? That's the end of the phone call. Yeah. Are you going to use me later?
Yeah. Bye.
No? Okay.
Cutting all this footage up. Print it out and cut it up. But anyways, yeah, so those are buying, often buying, or where you're the listing side. So what do you like more? Like the wholesaling side or the resale side? Retail?
I do like the blend. He ended up joining Jared's beginner program for flippers. What?
Jared teaches one too? Nick teaches one.
They do it together. Yeah. No?
Jared is in hard money now.
Yeah.
I don't think
he has like a group of flippers, and he tries to like give them the right wholesalers to work with.
Provost.
Helps them. Yeah, Provost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so I did the first flip with this one guy, and that was pre that program. But Jared, I think, had recommended me, and like I told him, hey, pass on this deal for this reason, pass on that. So I almost help him with the acquisition. Most of the time, depending on the relationship, I'm not looking for a dispo cut at that point. Like, if I'm not the wholesaler, I'm just going to tell you what's a good deal, what's not, what I think the ARV is, get some extra eyes on it, and then I help him list it. So it puts me in the right room that maybe I am a wholesaler to some people, and maybe some people don't like that. But for investors, it could get me listings and just reputability and trust. You know, if I'm giving them the right ARV and stuff, or hey, pass on this for this reason, they're like, oh, I didn't see that or didn't think about that. And, you know, I can get a few more listings each year that way.
So you're rare to have the experience on both sides.
Yeah.
I think. And I think you're saying that's pretty much a skill to put you in the right room, put you in the ability. And you have the relationship, because this way you can help them on either side.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, let me ask you a question. See your wedding ring. How long have you been married?
8 months.
Whoa.
That's confident. October last year. That's about right.
So I've been married, I don't know why I'm telling you. Oh, actually, I know why I'm telling you this. 13 years, because I'm proud of that. So what is the biggest lesson you've learned since being married that has to do with being married?
Man, we were together so long.
How long were you together?
Nothing. Dated 6 or 7 years. So nothing changed for us. I'm trying to think any lessons. It's fun making her happy, and what makes her happy is always experiences. So I knew as Dinks that this year would be spent traveling and doing things that maybe put us out of our comfort zone. So yeah, we're going to Europe in a couple months here, so we're excited about that.
Where in Europe?
Ireland, Portugal, and London.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Where are you flying out of? Tampa? Well,
I think Tampa, and then like somewhere in the Midwest. And
that's what my question was.
I don't know.
The big one.
She booked it.
Have you ever traveled?
I'd never been Eastern. I guess that's still West.
Well,
Western
they call
civilization.
but to us it's way east.
I haven't been across the pond that
Atlantic.
way. I've been to Mexico and a couple of the Caribbean islands, but it doesn't feel that crazy.
It'll be fun. How long are you gonna be gone?
11 days.
What did you do for your honeymoon?
That's where we went to St. Lucia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that was fun.
Was it all inclusive?
Yeah. That
How
was
long
just a
was that?
vibe. 8 days.
Okay.
So we're trying to get our travel out of the way.
Traveling
Pre-kids.
is traveling definitely. Oh, it's a great like test of patience, but this way you grow together.
Yeah.
And when you do experiences together, I feel like it helps you grow together. And my wife and I take that to the extreme. We'll do like everything together. So we'll run errands together. And I know there's people who are like, no.
We do both.
Yeah.
It is somewhat just the mundanes. We go to Aldi like 3 or 4 times a week. Sometimes it's solo, but sometimes it's together. And I'm trying to get her into the sports I like.
Oh yeah, what is
trying to get into to golf. Well, that's a good transition, right?
Oh, it's a great transition.
And we need to play some more pickleball. We're athletic.
I'll take you down in
athletes.
pickleball.
Let's do it.
Let's do this.
I wish you the best.
Oh, you don't know me.
Does your wife play?
I've never played pickleball in my life, but I am athletic and I pick up things pretty fast.
Okay.
My wife, I'm just going to carry her on my shoulder while we go.
Yeah. You're really close to the court.
She actually picks up things faster than I do. Skiing, archery, shooting, not yet, but she's a natural at skills.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I don't let her try stuff. I can't let her be better than me.
Yeah.
Manosphere. No. Let's see. Okay. So I did want to ask you a little more about that, but tell me, if you're okay with it, tell me about Erica. Brag on her for a little bit.
Well, we met in college.
Cut anything out you don't want.
Met in college, both athletes. She was cream of the crop. I was bottom of the barrel. Didn't make it all 4 years through injuries, but yeah, she was amazing. She was always taken. I was always single, and opportunity presented itself our senior year of college, and yeah, she is kind of like a boss girl, but she's not a boss B word.
Oh yeah.
But she likes being in control. Actually, she also like lets me decide things a lot. So I just think we mix and match on those type of things when it comes to making decisions. And she's super competitive, and I think that's what I like most about her. Like
what sport does she play?
She played volleyball.
I was going to guess volleyball.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
Well, I think I knew that. But what sport did you play?
Baseball.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what were your injuries so I know what to target?
Shoulder.
Got it.
Just can't go back there. I can do everything else. I can lift.
Put the ball here, put it there. So what has, so I met you at church at Radiant West Chase, right? Mm-hmm. How does faith play a role in your relationship with your wife? Marriage. I know it's deep.
No, that's a big question. I think we've been trying to pray more. It's always like uncomfortable. Like it's so easy to do this for 3 minutes. Get your prayers in your head. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just do it that way. But praying over each other, getting physical touch. I feel like, especially if you do that over someone that doesn't pray regularly, like a friend or something like.
I just walk around Hyde Park doing that. It's weird. No, go on.
Yeah. Anyways, like you can have some good moments, but it can kind of, I think there's a little bit of awkwardness to do it and intentionally mean it, and try to do it daily. Mm-hmm. But, I think we would like to think we're successful, but that is so fleeting. So to me, faith is like the rock that we need in this earth to, keep us going, honestly. Believing in a higher power and that he saved us, and that's what I'm here to do, is to show other people to him.
So how does that worldview and belief affect your career, which is real estate? Yeah.
I going back to me leaving Power Design, I wanted to have more one-on-ones with clients, because I think I don't have a great testimony, oh, this is how I got saved and all that, but I think just the way I operate myself and the values that I have can rub off on people, and then it's it makes it easy. If you've seen 20 houses with someone, hey, you should come to church this weekend. Oh, you live in South Tampa? I'll go to South Tampa with you, and just introduce them to the faith and get them meeting the right people. I mean, there's so many good groups that you can meet with, and I think for the last 5 years now, definitely when I was still at Power Design, I have a men's group that's been meeting that we do outside of Radiant, but most of us go to Radiant. And that was a big part. Like, I was like, pray for me, guys. I just started a new job, don't know what I'm doing. And I'm like 6 months in, I'm like, pray for me, guys. I'm pulling out of my savings and doing all this. And it's like,
taking a jump.
but you get that support, and then someone will bring it up like 3 or 4 years later, like, dude, you're going to close on 4 or 5 deals this week, or like I got 4 or 5 under contract in 1 week. They're like, remember when we were praying about you 4 or 5 years ago, or sorry, 3 years ago? So, like, wondering if you were going to make it as a real estate agent. So it's cool to see the power of prayer.
Was it hard to ask for other men to pray for you?
No. It's easier when you're in that setting and you just know, hey, I'm in this Panera to pray for people, talk about this book that we're going over.
Do you think it's important for guys to have other guy groups?
Important?
Yeah.
So important. I think it's so easy to have a guy group that you go to the pub with, or even I golf with, or whatever, but it's like, hey, let's talk for real. Let's see what you're struggling with. I mean, sometimes you don't have to, but we try to do wins and wars, talk about, what God provided for you that week, or what you're struggling with, and what you need prayer for on.
What is the common denominator of this group? Is it church-based? Is it business-based? Like, what is this group that you're talking about?
Friend group that wants to continue growing in their faith. So we're always picking a book.
Okay.
But I would just say a friend group.
But did it sprout from like you all met at church or something like that, or just friend, like you said, friend group? I think you answered.
Yeah, actually. I think it is just kind of friend. Like, a couple of them used to work at Power Design, but they've left, and then one of them knew someone from Purdue, and they both live down here.
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
That's something that I used to have where I moved from. We had a really good couples group, right? And it started from like kind of one church and pickup soccer, or actually like a league. And then it just, as we moved out of that church, our things, it stayed pretty solid. But down here, I find that a lot harder because, tell me if you agree with me on this, I think that Tampa is such a hustle city right now. And like, I find it hard to build a genuine relationship with someone, guy or married couple, that is not almost like there's an ulterior motive of like networking. I find that so many groups are like, dads and something in networking and networking. And then all of a sudden there's a membership fee. I'm like, I thought we were just getting drinks or just meeting it for devotions or whatever. So I think that's great to hear that yours started as a friend thing, and it's not like, oh, we're in it to network.
Yeah. Interesting. No, that's not a hot take. I think that's right. There does seem to be like, it's a business group. So
I could
maybe talk about your business, and then now, not that you're obligated, but help promote them, help lift them up. That's actually good.
I don't want to be a part of a group that is like business focused, because then the whole thing is like, I want this person like me to send me the business. Not I want to, and then you don't want to be vulnerable, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you wouldn't want to say, hey guys, I'm starting as a brand new real estate agent. Will you pray for me in this big decision I'm making? If you're also like, oh, I'm afraid they're not going to send me business because they think I'm new. Now they know I'm new.
Yeah.
So I think it's hard when you're trying to, I think it's tough when it's all about sales and networking. So I appreciate that. I think hang on to that.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
And not everyone, but a couple more of them are engaged now. None of us have kids, but we all just have been like traveling, and we're just making sure to meet virtually though.
That's good.
Whenever that happens.
And then when you have kids and you can go through that phase of life together.
Then you bring your kids. I don't know. I guess that's why you need to do it back in the church, because they kind of have like the radiant kids. They can.
I moved when our kids were young. So what we had was our kids were just like young enough. They were like in a car seat or like real small. So we didn't get to the point where now you're like, I need a babysitter if we're gonna all meet at somebody's house and do whatever. So that's why I think couples with younger kids where they can't be like left alone at home struggle to connect with others in that same space, because you have to have something for your kids. You need like childcare or something. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's hard.
Yeah.
The struggle is real, man.
I know.
Woe is me.
I know. We're 29, and we could have gotten married earlier. We did 18-month engagement. And I think we're just like a little nervous about kids, but like we're ready now because enough of our friends are starting to pop them out or getting pregnant.
I was gonna say pop
God
them out.
willing.
I was gonna say pop them out, but I don't want to be crude. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so Shall we play golf? I got a challenge for you before we end this. Jared is going to help us set up here, but I have a putting challenge for you. I would like to attempt to take you down. How's your putting game? Was it short game?
Yeah.
How's your short game?
It's in shambles.
Good.
I just played 5 rounds this weekend, and I was the 3-putt king.
Oh.
Yeah. So you got a chance.
The hips. We'll check it on YouTube.
It hit your ball and bounced out. That's bogus.
All right, Andrew, thank you so much for coming by. Always